How's it going, everyone? Hopefully doing well. Welcome back to, well, a bit of a different video. Today we're going to be experimenting, and I've been doing this over the past week or so, and I've experimented just how much do bond equipment, food, premium ammo, and all of that actually benefit you. So today we're going to be going from 2 games in T62A, because I don't think anyone would call this tank good by any means. And we can play 2 games like this. By the way, this cost me quite a bit to do. So if you do enjoy this, then you know what to do. But we are going to be playing 2 games with standard equipment, no premium ammo at all, and we will be using small repair kit, small med kit, and we will be using automatic fire extinguisher because no one should be using manual, like, at all. These are better, okay? They even give you minus 10% to fire chance all the time. So half the time, it doesn't even go off. Do not use manual fire extinguishers, ever. And also, we do have not a very good crew. So we are going to be experimenting in this, and we'll play 2 games like this, and then we're going to switch to full gold, full premium consumables, and bond equipment. And yes, I did demount basically all my bond equipment, so it cost me about 600 bonds. And I can't actually get them back. So once it goes on this T62A, I can get one of them off, but I'm not getting the second one off, or the third one off for a while, because I don't have enough bonds to demount them. But we won't even touch the crew. So we're just going to simply be talking about bond equipment, premium ammo, and premium consumables. Without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so the first game, we're on Malinovka, and I wanted to do 2 games because 1 game isn't enough. Like, 1 game is by no means good enough to justify this kind of video, and even 2 games, okay, isn't realistically enough to show it. But I wanted to show the difference between, you know, people firing gold, people using premium consumables and whatnot, and it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. Yes, it does make a difference, and I'm not going to deny it. But people saying that it's so pay to win and all of this, one, I don't know how you could possibly call it pay to win, because it's credits in the game. Like, I'm not paying money to do any of this. Yes, you could pay money to actually get credits and whatnot, but that's a very bad investment. I actually track him there, which is good. I'm going to track him again. We should be dying in a second, which is going to be good for us. This STB has made a grave error in his way. Very good. But yeah, yes, it does make a difference, and I've been experimenting with this over the past week or so by not using premium consumables, using small repair kits, and only taking a little bit of gold rounds, as you may have seen in some of my videos. And it's honestly not made much of a difference. It probably makes 1 or 2 shots a game difference. That is the reality of it. It doesn't realistically make you just a god tier player straight away. And in some situations, this actually makes you worse, because if I go full gold, which I will say, when I'm saying full gold, I will still take some APCR, because you need to be able to shoot through stuff sometimes. Oh, beautiful. But this should be interesting. I think it will be an interesting video. And hopefully, we should be able to get quite a bit of damage here as well. And before you say it, oh yeah, well, you're a good player and, you know, this doesn't count. That's exactly why it does count. Because that just shows that experience in the game, right? And anyone can get experienced in the game. That is better than any premium ammo or any amazing, you know, god tier tank that has super high pen that you could get. The actual learning the game and learning how it works is what will make you a better player. Not because you're using gold ammo. And I understand that some people have already switched off. They're like, oh no, you know, this doesn't fit my agenda. In gold ammo bad, wah. Like, I know, okay? And if you're one of those people, feel free to leave, right? But for everyone else that is somewhat civilized, yeah, this should actually be an interesting video just to see how much difference it actually makes. And at the moment, there's not a lot we can really do. Ooh, hello. Should be able to get one more in, I think. Very nice. So at the moment we're just chilling. We don't really need to do much. I think if the 60 TP moves, then we might be able to get a shot off. There's no way we can shoot the 780. He's too low profile for us to be able to do that. But we're up to 2.6k. Maybe we can get a shot here. Unlucky. I mean, that was going to be a very hard shot for us to hit. And we do need to go backwards, though, because we need to be careful of the STRV, because we don't know whether he is. And he could be in these bushes in F7, for example. Or even at the very back. There he is. Okay. I mean, we get spotted. Okay, the manticore, I think, is in this bush. In the standard bush. So, we'll ping it, just so people know. What? What do you want from me? I'll bet you he's a typical gold spammer. Dirty unicum. We have fun. Want to go a little bit to the right. I mean, okay. Unlucky. There we go. That one goes in though. And now we do need to be careful because the 60 TP and friends have actually popped down. So, what we can try and do, push up over this way. But I want to get one shot into the manticore if I can, because he is still in this bush. He's right there. Just pull back. Oh, 60 TP has taken him out. Ah, hello. That was a an interesting shot by the FE. Repair that, just back down. Get out of the way of that. We'll medkit it just so that we can not be stunned. Am I going to be able to get a shot here? Unlucky. Need to try and go down if I can. Our loader is also dead. Which, I'll tell you, is less than ideal. I mean, we fired once. I shouldn't have really fired there. I don't even know how he bounced. Okay. So I don't know how. I don't know how he managed to hit that. I mean, we're at 3.5k, so it's not too much of an issue. And we're getting quite a bit of spotting as well, which is good. This 60 TP is pushing through as well. We track this guy. Hopefully he can die. Because he is going to be... well, he's going to kill us. Alright, anyway. 3.8k. Maybe get a little bit more spotting. A little bit more spotting. Nice. Not a bad game. All things considered, to be fair. Malinovka. Not really going to do much on there. And yeah, most of our team... Well, it didn't really secure the hill early on, which is bad. But, I mean, there is still a chance that we could win this. But, whatever. We done enough. We done our part. And, yeah, see you after this game ends. Well, we did actually lose that game, but that is fine. We come second on damage with 3.8k, nearly 3.9k. Yes, some 2k of that was shot from distance, but it's Malinovka, what do you expect? And we did get nearly 1.5k assistance as well. So all in all, not a bad game. Obviously, on that map, and clearly in that matchup, it didn't really matter if we fired gold or not. And also, I've just realised that this crew isn't even 100%. I mean, it is 100%, but it's not as good as it would be because I've retrained these. Anyway, going into our next game. Okay, so we get on Siegfried line. Not that great for medium tanks, but we should be able to make it work. Gonna go to the city because why not? I mean, I don't really want to go out wide, but also at the start of the game, we are going to just sit here for a second and see if anyone, like the T-49, for example, wants to try and cross, which it looks like he is. We get spotted by the 277, I think. Yep. Okay, well, in that case, we will just move straight into the city to not get shot at. Oh, I mean, yep, you're going to take one. That's fine. Didn't really want to do that, but can't really change it now. Didn't think the 277 would be that aggressive. I don't really want to push into where this 780 is because it's just no point, to be honest. It's just going to cause issues because then we're trapped there, whereas from here we can run away as well. What can we do here? Let's try and go around, maybe. Maybe we can play it like this. Like the 277's backed off. So maybe we can try and kill the phase 1. Or if anyone else is around here. Let's see. We should be able to go for his cupola with our pen anyway. So it might not be too bad. Although he's not even peeking at the moment. Oh, hello 257. There we go. Go through his cupola. Very nice. Go for it again. And back off. Our cupola's on the right hand side. I mean, yes, he can still go through us though. So it's not like we are super well protected. He can go through the turret cheeks or the turret face. 257, are you going to push? Maybe. Maybe he'll push. I don't expect this phase 1 to really push anymore or try to peek this anymore because, well, he's going to probably die in the next show. And that's our low roll. It is 3-3 though. And there you go. You can go straight through the turret face. Should have really just shot there. Just tried my luck. That is a lot of tanks that can't defeat an E100 at the moment. I kind of want to move up. You know what? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go and see if we can shoot the C-75 or something. I mean, we can go and shoot the phase 1. Oh, of course, we low roll. My loader's gone again. This tank loves getting its loader knocked out, doesn't it? We'll just wait for a second. There is still a WT that hasn't been spotted as well, which is a little bit annoying. Oh no, he's now spotted, which is good. And we may be able to get a shot on him here. Nice. Not going to get a second one though. And is the STB-1 like around here? I don't know. But we can get one into this E75 at least. What? Okay. Yes. Whatever. Okay. Whatever you say. Yes. I 100% agree. Clearly, that was badly aimed. Can I get one in? Nope. Where is the STB-1? I am a little bit scared of him. Because the Progetto and friends can also spot me. I reckon there's people up at the back here. I mean, a T-49 is just going to be sitting in a bush just spotting and waiting. Cobra's pushing. Well, at least trying to spot. Do you reckon? Where do you reckon this T-49 is? He's not in that bush, unless I'm perma-spotted. Which I doubt. Because I think that people would shoot me by now if I was perma-spotted. I mean, we're capping to draw them out anyway, so it makes no real difference. We just wait here. Type 61 getting shot at as well, though. Well, soon there will be someone spotted to try and reset the cap. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm bored of this. It looks like they're going to cap anyway. No one even came to reset the cap, which is impressive. I didn't think that we would actually cap out, but okay. Well, I mean, Siegfried line. Very fun map. Very, very enjoyable. So, after those 2 games, we averaged 2.5k average damage and 900 assistance. We won 1, we lost 1, and we gained 43k, nearly 44k. So, we will take a screenshot of that, and we'll reset it. And now, by the magic of editing, we'll move on to the Bond and Premium OP Gold Spammer loadout. And here we are. And I still don't have a fully trained crew, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. Like, we now have everything bonded out of our brain. And, yeah. Let's see what happens with this. Okay, well, we're on Karelia. Another map that isn't really very good, but we'll make the most of it. As you can see, our reload time has gone down from 5.5 to 4.8. Which does make a difference, but realistically speaking, it's quite rare that you are constantly firing at that reload time. So, yes, it does make a difference, but at the same time, are you actually going to really notice it? Most of the time, probably not. And I think that one went in. So far, so good. That one didn't go in, though. But you can see, it's not like... I mean, most of these shells would have actually probably been even better with APCR, because it would have flown more true and straight. So... yes, I'm trying to make a point of, you know, heat only and stuff like this, but we are going to be using APCR now and again because it is just genuinely better sometimes in certain situations. Can we get a shot from this guy? Is he peeking? I mean, he is kind of peeking. Track him, apparently. That's an impressive shot. I'm going to try and go up. If he goes to shoot my track again, then I will repair it. Oh, no, it's fine. We're okay. We're all good. That was a good shot. Now we just have an Leo to deal with, but he's dead now as well, which is good. And now Super Conqueror. I mean, against heavy tanks, this is where you need gold. Like, everyone should be taking some form of gold rounds. And I know I'm doing the 2 extremes, you know, like no gold and then mostly gold. But you should be taking some gold rounds with you. when I've been testing this over the past week or so, I've been taking around about 12-ish. 12 to 15 usually. Depending on the gun. If it's like, you know, a gun that doesn't get a lot of ammo, then it's quite hard to actually do. But like this Crown would have killed this Conqueror by now if he had loaded heat. Because heat against the Cupola is, as you can see, pretty effective. Also, there's an FV that's been unspotted. I am scared of that FV. I'm just going to wait. And now we push through. Probably load back to normal rounds now because it's not really going to make too much of a difference. Oh, there's the FV. Although, to be fair, I probably shouldn't even bother with HE rounds. I'm not even going to be able to spot this FV reliably. And there's no one else to shoot it either. So we're going to back off. And what we're going to try and do is go up around this way. Because hopefully we can maybe find someone that's running away. Oh, there's the FV. Interesting. Unlucky. Dipped a bit low. We should be able to get a shot off here though, maybe, if he tries to turn. Come on. Turn. No? Not gonna turn? Oh well. Put one into you. Unlucky. Went a little bit wide. I don't know how that penned. I genuinely don't have a clue. I love RNG in this game, don't you? I mean, most of these are would probably pen with APCR, apart from that one that went into turret. I guess I hit his weak spot where it like curves down. But yeah, 3.5k. It's not too bad. Maybe we get one blind. Oh, we actually get 2 blinds. Nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, 4k. Would that have made much of a difference? I mean, not really, because if you're using gold rounds as and when you need them, realistically speaking, if I was actually going to play this tank, I would take something like 20, 28, 22, something like this. Or maybe even like 18, 30. And, I mean, at most, I'd probably take like 24, 24. But, you know, just to kind of show you it, you know, you can do this. Because the APCR rounds are just so nice on this tank. And, I mean, if you're playing something, however, which is like this, then of course, you're gonna choose full gold. Because what is the point? Like, it's exactly the same shell speed, and it just gets better pen. Anyway, back to T62A, and let's play our 4th and final game, and we can maybe talk about that a little bit more. Right, well, we're on Paris now. So, where are we going to go? Well, we're going to go to the heavy corner, obviously, because with our heat rounds, we can actually afford to do that. And like I was saying, if you take a little bit of heat rounds, that game wouldn't have been any different, especially with intuition. With intuition now, you can afford to blind fire once, and I'm not going down into a dip. I've learnt my lesson now too many times. You can now afford to just quickly switch out the shell type with no penalty. You know, 1 second, and then bang, you're ready. So I don't feel like anyone should be going without gold unless you're doing it for a specific purpose, like what Godpack does, where he, you know, tries to mock tanks and everything else without gold. You know, it's just a little bit of a challenge. Just, you know, maybe it makes the game fun for him, and you should always do what makes the game fun for you. Like, it's so annoying when people are always saying how, oh no, you shouldn't be playing like this, you shouldn't be playing like that. It's like, just play however you want to play, seriously. if you want to spam full gold, spam full gold. Like, it's the game. If it's in the game, use it. As I said, it's only really credits that you're losing. And they're your credits at the end of the day. Do with them and spend them how you want to spend them. You're a little bit annoying, Mr. Cran. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he's actually moving though. Don't know how that didn't pen. And I really don't need to be spamming heat at stock Tiger 2. But I will. T30, I mean, you're a bit of a problem. Cran's fired once. Did he just fire again? I don't know. Fire once more into you. T30's going to fire maybe. Oh, he's there we go. And it looks like we've lost the base, so I'm going to go back to base. Adios, team. Let us go back to base. Don't know why you're going this way. The opposite cap circle is being taken. Might want to hurry up a little bit. And we are going to use APCR against this guy because he is going to wreck us otherwise. Oh wow, this is going to hurt. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get back in time. Because I don't have the health to do it. Rask is there as well. Gorilla 15's pushing the cap circle. No. I mean, maybe I should have just ignored the gorilla, but yeah. It wouldn't have really made a difference. I still would have died, which is the problem. Like, as soon as I come around this corner, I'm dead anyway. Yeah, I didn't think the gorilla was coming with me. We gain 3.5k. Would we have done that without gold? Yeah. Like, quite easily, to be honest. Pretty much all those shells would have penned without gold. So I could have just chosen when to fire gold. So that means at the end of the 2 sessions, the session where we fired mostly gold rounds, we lost 66k and we averaged 3,700. Take from that what you will. We also averaged about 162 assistants. So between these 2 sessions, we can obviously tell, yes, it costs money to fire gold. And it doesn't cost actual gold rounds. So is it really paid to win? I mean, I don't really think so. If you want to spam gold, you can spam gold. Even free to play. Like, if you are completely free to play, if you pen the gold shells, but you're not spamming them, you will not be hemorrhaging credits. Like, it's just not a thing. And I think we also found out that it's mostly just experience in the game. The more that you play the game, the more that you understand the game, and the more that you understand when you can pen shots and when you can't, and when you need gold and when you don't. And yes, there are loads of different tanks in the game now that require gold rounds. And no, I don't agree with it. I think it's stupid, right? Tanks should go back to having weak spots again, and you should be able to pen them with standard rounds. And if you need gold, then you can, and you can fire it through that way. So, does gold make you just an instantly better player? Well, I mean, really, it's just down to RNG and the matchmaker. Because as you saw from those games, most of the shells that I fired, apart from when I was firing against the Super Conqueror, would have penned without gold. I mean, you could fire gold at the Koran, but it wouldn't really make any difference. All of those shells would have penned. Yeah, there was no real other shells, I don't think, that would have mattered. Obviously, you can let me know down in the comments down below if you think I missed out on anything. But yes, it will improve your gameplay if you take some gold rounds, right? And I have said this ever since the start of my channel, and ever since, you know, people have asked me, what do you think about gold rounds? What do you think you should do with this? I've discussed this in another video separately about gold rounds and how they don't really, you know, just instantly make you a better player. And even the premium consumables and the bond equipment doesn't make you just an instant better player. Yes, it will improve your experience, and yes, it will make your tank better, but if you yourself are not good enough, it's not going to change that. Anyway, I hope that you found this video interesting and maybe even useful. I am now just going to go through what I would expect normal people to, you know, play the game with. And here is where, if you're going to take away one thing from this video, just watch this bit. It doesn't really matter if you use a small or a large consumables, honestly. Yes, obviously a large repair kit and a large med kit are going to help you out because they provide bonuses passively as well. So repair kit, the large repair kit is going to give you minus 10% to module repair speed, or sorry, plus 10% to module repair speed. And the large med kit is also going to give you minus 5% to stun and 15% to crew injuries. So yes, these are better than the standard ones, but they also cost a lot more. And unless you're getting them on discount, I wouldn't really recommend you use them because you will just end up hemorrhaging credits over time. So when a discount does occur, I recommend you buy quite a bit of large repair kits because these ones are worth it. Large repair kits especially are super nice because if you get tracked, you can repair it and then you just repair everything else as well. Or if you get, say, your gun knocked out, when you click repair, it will also repair your tracks if they're already damaged. So it's super nice to have a large repair kit. A large first aid kit, on the other hand, I wouldn't really recommend you buy. Unless you're going like super competitive and you have loads of money, I wouldn't recommend you, stock up on these. I would just go with a small first aid kit and just call it a day. So realistically speaking, something like this, you're good. Now for the last one, automatic fire extinguisher or food, completely down to personal preference. Genuinely. Like, this will make you, have better stats on the tank, but most of the time, you're not really going to notice it. And I've been playing the 780, like this, without food. And genuinely, I tried it with food, without food. I've noticed, yes, the reload time's a little bit more, but overall, it's not going to make too much of a difference. So use this if you want to use this, and if you don't, then don't. But food is not really going to make you, a god tier player, as we've shown. So I think from now on, yes, I'm going to be using food, but, I've spoken my piece about that. And then for ammunition type, genuinely just something like this. You need enough so that you can wipe out a mouse and have maybe 4 shots where you miss. If you can take that in your tank for gold ammo, you're good. So you work out that, let's say, it's 440 alpha, so 3000 divided by 440 equals about 7. You could take 12 and you're good. You could take 10 and you're good. But I would recommend you take a little bit more because most of the time, it's not just one mouse that you're going to wipe out. E100s, especially, your heat rounds are going to go straight through them. Right? Especially if it's 340 heat, it's super nice to have. And take around about 18 or 16, something like this, just enough so that you can deal with the heavy tanks. Because there is nothing worse than when you come up against a heavy tank and you just cannot pen it because you just haven't brought any gold rounds into the game. And even if you fire all 16 shells, you won't lose that much in the grand scheme of things. Especially once you get the multiplier for credits, if you pen the shell as well, it's not going to be too bad. So something like this, you know, you could take a bit more HE if you really wanted to, but that's where I recommend a lot of people to be. So I think I'm going to set mine up something like this. Obviously, yes, it's a little bit more gold, but I'm not really too fussed about that. This tank does have quite a bit of ammo, obviously. Now, for equipment, obviously this depends on if you're using food or not, because you kind of want to have, you know, the 445 meters view range, if you can, at least, but not everyone's going to be able to get that. So, you know, maybe standard equipment is just the way to go. And genuinely, it's fine. Like, you're not really going to be noticing that much of a difference between bounty and standard, especially if you have the vents in the first slot. So don't feel like you're really missing out loads on bounty. Bounty's only really useful if you can actually afford to demount it all the time and move it between tanks, because that is where it really comes in handy. So we can apply this, and now our 430U is looking pretty good. Even if we went and got rid of this, it would still be pretty good, because we have 442 meters view range, which is by far more than enough. We have 3000 DPM, and we're not even using anything, you know, OP or, you know, pay to win, as some people like to call it for whatever reason. So I hope this has helped you, and I hope that I've got my point across, and this is actually pretty fun for me to make. If you did enjoy, you know what to do, and I'll see you all in the next video.